working with our first week of Back to Basics yoga. So for the next 6 weeks, every Sunday there'll be a new video, not really stripping everything back, but kind of bringing yoga back to its starting point, explaining why one thing that we'll be focusing on in that week is the way that it is, why we do it in our yoga practice, how it can be beneficial for you. I really want to give you guys the why to your yoga practice. Instead of you just stepping on the mat, following a video, you actually start to understand the reasoning behind it all. So today will be week number 1, obviously, and we'll be looking at our Ujjayi breath. So we'll be really stripping it all the way back to the breath to begin with, and then we'll be working on just a very gentle warm-up followed by some sun salutation A's and some sun salutation B's. I'll break them down, I'll teach them the way that I teach them, and then, you know, maybe you'll feel confident enough to have your own yoga practice where you do those to begin with, and then if you feel like you want to do anything else, then you can do. We'll be focusing more on alignment, so I will be talking maybe a little bit more than I usually would, but I hope you find it informative, useful, and I'm really looking forward to it, so let's go. Good, so to start our Ujjayi breath, just a little bit of background. Ujjayi means victorious, or it's commonly translated as victorious from Sanskrit. So Ujjayi breath, victorious breath, and we use Ujjayi quite often during a vinyasa, a yoga class, because it helps you to focus the mind, and also this kind of breath, it calms you, it gets more oxygen into the blood system, and then it also just very quietly energizes you or gives you like a subtle heat within the body. So it does kind of 2 opposing things really. It calms you, but also it creates energy. It allows for the free moving of the prana, which is what we call our life force throughout the body. Prana could also be translated as breath. They're all very interconnected, and I really want you to focus on your breath with your movement when we do start to move into our flow, because that's really the whole point of vinyasa yoga, or yoga in general. It's to bring together 2 things, and for vinyasa that is your breath and your movement, and by joining those together we calm the mind and we can access our higher self. So just a quick demo or walkthrough of how to do your Ujjayi breath. So this is how I would teach it to a class. Imagine that your hand is a compact mirror, okay? So you hold it in front of your face, and I just want you to imagine that you're fogging that mirror up, okay? So just for our exhales to begin with, mouth is open, take an inhale through the nose. As you exhale, breathe onto that mirror, imagining that you're fogging it up. Good, and again, inhale, open the mouth, exhale, fog that mirror. Good. And again, inhale, exhale, fog that mirror up. Good. And you notice when you come into that kind of sound, you naturally constrict the back of your throat. It's almost like you're whispering, because you're having to close up your I'm not going to say the word because I'm going to say it wrong, but this part of your neck. Someone's screaming at the camera like, it's called this. I'm sorry, I've forgotten the word for it. So when you come into your Ujjayi breath, it's the same motion, same feeling of constricting the top of your throat there, but you're actually doing it with your mouth closed, and you keep that constriction for your inhale as well. So just have a go at the exhale to begin with. Take an inhale through the nose. We'll open the mouth this time, exhale. Good, inhale. Now keep the mouth closed and exhale. Good, and again, inhale. Let's do this about 4 times. Two more. Final time. Good, okay, now we're going to do it 3 times, but you're going to keep that feeling on the inhale. So close the mouth. And inhale through your nose, keeping this constriction. And there you go. You might feel a little bit like Darth Vader, but it's very normal. So the aim is, when you're in a yoga class, when you're doing your flow, if you want to practice with Ujjayi, which is kind of a traditional way of breathing, then you keep it the entire time. Don't worry if you forget, you just bring it back in once you remember, or hopefully the teacher kind of reminds you to breathe. So yes, for the next few minutes, when we go through our very simple back to basics sun salutation flow, see if you can keep going with that Ujjayi breath and see how you get on with it. See how it feels, start to notice what that breath does for you. You might not notice anything at first, but it might make a difference, who knows, just give it a try. Good, and now we're going to come into our practice. So, when you are ready, just come to a comfortable seated position if you're not already there. Take a nice big inhale through the nose, no Ujjayi yet. Take a nice big inhale. Close your eyes if you want, open the mouth, exhale. Good, and again, inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale. Good, and again, inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Good, start to center yourself. Maybe taking a very gentle scan of the body, starting to notice what is going on in your body today. What's going on for you? Are there any aches, any pains, any soreness, anywhere? Just want you to cultivate that awareness within your body. Maybe it's something that you've been dealing with for a while, perhaps an ongoing injury, or perhaps there's something that you just noticed since you've woken up today, or that's manifested itself throughout the day. Maybe you're feeling great. Whatever it is, I just really want you to get nice and aware. Good. And then start to bring your awareness into your emotional body. So checking in with those emotions, how you are emotionally feeling today. No judgment, do not worry about whatever you find. Don't apologize for feeling a certain way, just have some awareness. Good. And then finally, move your awareness into your breath. Start to notice how you're breathing today. Maybe your breath is quite deep, maybe it's more shallow. Don't change it yet, just notice. Awareness. Awareness is key. Awareness is like the key to all yoga. Just being aware of yourself, aware of your body, your mind, and your breath. Good, just a couple more breaths here. Good, one more inhale. And exhale. Good, you can keep your eyes closed if you want to. Otherwise, we're just going to start our little warm up. So we're going to come into a tabletop position, onto the hands and onto the knees. And I think that the warm up that we're going to be doing now is probably like the best warm up. Like, this is what I always do every single day. It warms up like all of your body, and I don't mean like getting sweaty or getting your heart racing too much. I just mean stretching your body, like getting length everywhere. You also work your muscles. It's just great, okay? So when you're ready, untuck those toes, make sure hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. We're going to be taking our spine through 2 movements, okay? So again, no Ujjayi just yet for me. As you inhale, you're going to lift that tailbone up, drop the stomach, draw shoulders back, and reach that chest almost like it's pulling towards the front of the room. Exhale, start to tuck everything under, bring that chin down into the chest. Inhale, start to draw everything through, come back into your cow pose. Exhale, push everything away. Good, inhale, draw the chest through, tailbone lifts. Exhale, push it all the way. And as you're coming through these movements, start to check in with your body. Maybe this movement is making you notice something else that's going on. Just get that awareness in. Good. Alright, you can stay working through these two movements here, through your extension and through your flexion, or if it feels good for you to just start moving your body in a different way, then go for it, alright? You have permission from me to just start moving your body in a way that feels beneficial, feels good, feels relevant, it's going to help you with your day. Maybe you find that you need to take some movement through the neck. There's no right or wrong here, okay? Just feeling out into your body whatever feels good, alright? A couple more breaths. Good, alright, and then just come to tuck under the toes. Maybe walk the hands forward ever so slightly, spread those fingers nice and wide, pressing down into the heels of the hand, which is this fleshy bit underneath your thumbs. Start to slowly reach the sitting bones back towards the heels. Press into those hands, draw shoulders away from ears, and slowly start to lift up into your Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Alright, draw those shoulders away from one another. Start to pedal one heel down towards the mat, and then the other. So now we're working our hamstrings as we take those heels down. We're also creating space in that lower back. Try not to overly stick the bum up here. Try to keep that belly button drawing in. Lower abs are engaged. And if you want to turn your Ujjayi on, so start breathing with that slight constriction, then go for it. Alright, start to come to stillness here. On your next inhale, look towards your hands. You're going to lift your heels and just walk yourself all the way forwards into Uttanasana, our forward fold. So feel free to bring the feet about hip width distance apart here, and that way we can create even more space in that lower back. If you prefer to practice with feet together, then go there. Fully relax the neck, crown of the head is pouring down. If you want to take some gentle movement from side to side, then go for it. If you want to take hold of opposite elbows, then go there. So we're still working on relaxing the back of the legs, the lower back, creating space all the way down through that spinal column. Neck is relaxed. Good. Alright, start to relax hands down. Start to gently bend those knees, okay? Slight bend of the knees here. Close the eyes. We're going to roll up, and slowest person wins, okay? So there's absolutely no rush. I want you to rise, and I want you to almost imagine those vertebrae stacking one by one as you rise. Start to bring the hips forwards. Keep that head heavy, and then as you rise up, you can start to straighten the legs. Lift the head, keep eyes closed, lift shoulders all the way up around the ears. Draw the shoulder blades down the back of the body, hands by the sides, palms facing forwards. If you want to walk your feet inwards just a little bit, then go for it. Start to draw the belly button in towards the spine. So we're engaging our Uddiyana Bandha or belly lock. Start to lift through your pelvic floor or perineum if you don't have a pelvic floor because you're a guy. Lift the crown of the head nice and long, and just feel your strength here in such a simple posture, in such a simple pose. Feel how you can engage those muscles. Maybe you want to start lifting the kneecaps up just a little. Good. Start to open those eyes, and on an inhale, we'll lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, folding through the hips. Maybe you want to have a slight bend of those knees, come all the way down. As you inhale, halfway lift here. We're going to hold here for a few breaths. So draw shoulders away from ears, fingertips lightly graze the mat, or if it feels good, you could bring your hands onto your shins, or maybe even up onto the thighs. You know, find what feels good for you. Try not to stick your bum out too much. Equally, try not to over round through the spine. Nice long line. Crown of the head is reaching forwards. Good, take one more inhale. As you exhale, bend those knees, plant your hands. We'll step back into our high plank. So onto the hands and the feet. Nice long line from the crown of the head. Heels are reaching back. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees, untuck toes, press all the way down into the mat. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra, draw those shoulders away from the ears. Rise up. Good, lower down, exhale, tuck toes. Bend those knees, sit back first, and then lift the hips. Good, breathing in here. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. All right, bring your gaze towards your hands on your inhale. On your exhale, either walk or maybe step one foot and then the other forwards into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, draw those arms all the way up. Take hands down to heart center, roll shoulders back. Good, we're going to go through that one more time. That's our sun salutation A, okay, sun A. Right, we'll be moving, we won't be breathing faster, but we'll be moving through it a little quicker, okay? So on your next inhale, let's lift those arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant hands, come back to your high plank. If you have full chaturanga in your practice, then feel free to come down through that, but everyone else will lower those knees, untuck toes. On an exhale, press your body all the way down into the mat, okay? So no knees, chest, chin, the entire body lowers together. Inhale to lift the chest, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Good, and again, inhale. And exhale. One more time, still thinking about that Ujjayi if you want to work with it. Good, exhale. Perfect, next inhale, look towards the hands. Exhale, walk or maybe step up into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, draw those arms all the way up. Exhale, take hands down to heart center. Good, inhale, roll those shoulders back for me. All right, we're going to be moving on to our sun salutation B now. So we're starting to create a little bit more fire. We'll work more on engaging that core, engaging glutes, thighs, and also working a little bit on ankle flexion, stretching over the top of the hip flexors. We do so much stuff in sun salutation B. We think about them as being simple things, but they're actually just totally not. They're great. Okay, I'll stop talking. Wow, everybody. On your next inhale, bring the big toes. I don't know why I brought my arms back like this. Anyway, bring your big toes together, slight gap through the heels. On an inhale, you're going to sit yourself back into an invisible chair, okay? So coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. And then I want you to bring your hands onto your hips here. Sit yourself back nice and deep, so try not to sit up on a bar stool, sitting more down onto a chair. But I want you to bring those hands onto the hips and just have a feel with your spine, okay? And try to find a point where your back doesn't feel like you're compressing it too much by overarching, and where you don't feel like you're really overly working those lower abdominals by having to pull it in, okay? Try and find that nice long line from the base of the neck all the way down. There's going to be a slight bend because we have a natural bend in our spine, right? But just prioritizing the feeling, okay? And then when you feel like you've got that, lengthen the arms up, gaze up between those hands, shoulders draws back, lengthen through fingers. Good. Take a look down at your knees. If you can't see your toes, sit back a little deeper. Breathe into that space that you can feel firing up, okay? One more inhale. Exhale, straighten legs, fall down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, come back to your high plank. Inhale here. On an exhale, we drop knees, untuck toes, press all the way down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck toes, press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. I'm going to do 2 different variations of Sun Salutation B. So this first one is with the back knee down, so it's coming into a low crescent lunge, and the second one will be in a high crescent lunge. Just different things to think about. It's just a nice way to warm up, bring in a little bit of variety. So on your next inhale, start to lift up the right leg. Exhale, start to take that foot down between the hands. This back knee is going to lower down. Don't be afraid about bringing a cushion or a blanket under that back knee if it feels like a lot. Untuck back toes. Press down into that front heel. Start to lift up. This front knee is going to stay directly over that front heel to begin with. Lift up. Keep that pelvis pulling forwards ever so slightly. Engage that left glute for me and start to lift the arms. Drop those shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale. You can stay upright here if you want to. And by engaging that left glute, you should start to feel some kind of stretch down here. If you don't, it's totally cool. You can just start to move the pelvis forwards ever so slightly. If it feels okay for this front knee to come a little bit further forward, then go for it, okay? If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. You can close the eyes down here if you want to. And just breathe. Good, one more inhale. Exhale. Start to open the eyes. We'll take those hands all the way down, tuck under back toes, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Good, start to lift the left leg on an inhale. Exhale, we bring that foot down between the hands, lower that back knee, untuck back toes. Again, pressing down into that front heel. Start to lift yourself up, engage that right glute. And if you wanted to take it further, then just gently allow that pelvis to move forwards. Close eyes down if you want to, draw shoulders away from the ears, and breathe. Good, one more inhale, start to open the eyes. Exhale, float hands all the way down. Tuck under those back toes, lift the back knee, step back to your high plank. Inhale here. Exhale to lower knees, untuck toes, we press all the way down. Inhale to lift the chest, tuck toes, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Good, and again, inhale. And exhale. Good, next inhale, look towards the hands. Exhale, walk or step forwards, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, draw arms all the way up. Exhale, take hands down to heart center, roll those shoulders back. And exhale. Okay, final round through Sun Salutation Bs. When you are ready, on your next inhale, sit yourself back into Uttanasana chair pose. Once again, remembering lifting through those fingers and checking that that spine doesn't feel like it's being compressed. Good, inhale here. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, step back to your high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower those knees. Lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra. As you exhale, come back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Alright, on your next inhale, start to lift up the right leg. Exhale to draw that foot down between the hands. Keep the back knee lifted this time. We're going to lift up high crescent lunge. Ooh, I'm wobbly today. Lift that back heel nice and high, nice and lifted all the way up. Arms reach forward, start to bend into that front knee. Good. And breathe. One more inhale. As you exhale, lower those hands all the way down and just step straight back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Good. On your next inhale, lift up the left leg. Exhale, draw that foot down between the hands. Inhale, we rise, high crescent lunge. Exhale here. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale, float hands down, step back to your high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower knees, come all the way down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck toes, press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look towards the hands. Exhale to either walk or step forwards. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. As you exhale, take hands down to heart center. Good, and those are your sun salutations and a little bit of a warm up before. Super simple stuff, but you really do start to feel more awake. You feel like you've moved your body. Hope you enjoyed that. If you feel like you want to carry on, then feel free to do one of my other videos or have a little stretch out yourself. You know, this isn't really a proper flow, but it was just to like get you maybe with a little bit more awareness of your body, explain a sun salutation, and all those things that you probably hear all the time and you're like, I don't really know what I'm doing. So hopefully now you feel a little bit more confident, maybe if you go to classes or anything like that. And next week I'll be back with another Back to Basics yoga video, this time more of a flow, still with some explanation as to why the topic is important and why you might find yourself doing it in yoga class, etc, etc. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel, please like this video if you enjoyed it, if you found it informative, do let me know, because you know, it's important that I create content that you guys like. Have a good rest of your week. Don't think I need to say anything more, so thank you so much and goodbye guys.